How's it going, boys? My name is Schlatt, and welcome back to the Weekly Slap. I am smiling ear to ear right now. I'm the happiest man in the world. Today I went to my favorite place ever, the pride and joy of Texas, H-E-B, and I picked up the most delicious cut of beef jerky I've ever had. Like, just straight from the deli, too. I've been munching on it all day. My serotonin levels are through the roof, and I think the only thing that could ruin the mood I'm in right now is if I Googled what H-E-B actually stands for. Anyways, we're back with the slap, and it's the third time this week. Whenever it starts to get annoying, you guys let me know. We'll go back to the yearly uploads. But for now, I'm back, and I'm going to be reading a pretty interesting question that one of you guys sent in. I make $60,000 a year at 15. What do I do later in life? I make my money through making websites that run ads. I currently have 5 to 7 websites making money. I made $3,000 last year from YouTube. I don't want to go to college, but my mom doesn't believe in me. She thinks I should go to college and focus more on school. I'm in 10th grade, and I have about 85 in every class. I think I could become super successful without college, or even if I dropped out of school right now, but I don't know what to do. My dad supports me, but he thinks I should go to college. Any ideas? First of all, my fucking man, dude, 15 years old, and you're already pulling in more dough than most people do. When I was 15, I was not making anything. Dude, my only source of income was that deli job that I can't seem to stop talking about ever. And I'd work there for $5 an hour, and I'd spend half it on Clash of Clans gems. So, dude, you're killing it. Congrats. Like, seriously. You got a couple more years of high school, which I think you've got to do. Like, please do not drop out of high school. And then after that, you got to think about college. You're in sophomore year. A little too early to make a call like that. I started touring colleges in junior year, and then applications went in during senior year. So no biggie. This isn't like an urgent thing you got to start worrying about yet. No need to have any crazy disagreements with your parents right now. Just keep your head down. Try to do well in school. And I think the more important piece of this puzzle is try even harder to grow this business you've got. Because that is where your ticket to win it is. I dropped out of college. And obviously my success came a little later in life. I was already in college when stuff started working out. And the big question you'd ask yourself is, can you put a pause on this business you've got? I know how this works, right? These internet jobs are extremely momentum-based and extremely competitive. And so, you know, if you're not fully confident that you'll be able to grow your business in college while also, you know, being able to spend less time growing the business, because college can be pretty time-consuming, then college is probably not a good idea. Now, luckily, you got some time to think about it. You're in 10th grade. And more importantly, you've got time to prove that these websites you're making and this business you're building can be can continue to be a consistent source of income for you. Because right now you're banking $60K, and if in a couple of years when those college apps need to start going in and you're not making more than you were now, that's a tough sell. Like, your parents might wind up seeing that as like a flash in the pan, like even more reason why you need to go to college. But if you do keep it going, and by the time this conversation needs to happen, you're making more than both your parents combined, a little easier to make the case, you know? My parents were very apprehensive about me dropping out. At that point, I was 5 semesters in, with only 2 more to go because of how many credits I had. So, like, I was like, I could see the finish line, man. Junior year is where that curriculum started getting really hard, and a few weeks into the semester, I knew it wasn't going to work out. Something had to go. I could either try to do all these classes and do them well, which is what I needed to do if you want to get a good job out of college. I could do that, but I would have to spend a lot less time on my channel, or I could drop out and have more time to work on it. And it came down to that question of, what can you afford to press pause on? I remember I sat my parents down at the dinner table, and I talked to them, like, pretty bluntly about dropping out. And the first thing my mom said was, what am I going to tell? What am I going to say? My son's a dropout? And I said, that is the silliest way of looking at it I think I've ever heard, right? Like, dude, I could keep taking classes, but I wouldn't have the time. Like, I would not have the time anymore to focus on my YouTube channel and my live stream, which was already making more money than I would have if I stuck with the degree and then got a job directly out of college. Like, I would still not be where I'm at right now. If I went that route, I could literally be throwing away the biggest opportunity in my life. Like this is an opportunity that most people would kill to have. And if I couldn't spend as much time as humanly possible on this, like right now, this second, I could be leaving a lot on the table. And if I stop taking classes that semester, then what? I keep all my credits? What? I go on leave of absence from the school? I could come back whenever I wanted, literally the next semester? Like nothing ever happened with some extra money in the bank from the failed YouTube job if it winds up failing, you know? Yeah, it was a very tough conversation. I don't think I didn't sell it to them like that. I was very logical and practical about the situation. And thankfully, they heard me out at the end. And I can tell you with 100% confidence right now that if I tried to finish out those last few semesters of college, it would have been the biggest mistake in my life. Then again, I made it. You know, for every one of me, there's way more people out there that tried to follow their dreams and it didn't work out. How many of them were making $60,000 a year at 15? I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. And I even think that I took like a pretty safe route with when I dropped out. You know, this was not like oh wow, I had my first stream hit 1,000 viewers or something like that, or my video really blew up today, Mom. I really gotta, hit the ground running with YouTube and drop everything else. This was only after I had proven that this was going to be a consistent source of income for me and that it made more sense to continue doing this and to put a pause on college. And that's the exact same thing that you have to prove. I think what you need to do right now is to continue to grow the business, think of ways to scale it and to outsource some of the processes so it's not just you having to do everything, because that's where the real money gets made. And then when the time comes for that conversation with your parents, think about what can wait and what can't. And one more thing, be proud of yourself. Two more things, actually. First, be proud of yourself. And second, please do something smart with that money. Do not put it all into crypto. It's not a good idea. That whole question of what should I do later in life extends way beyond college, and it has a lot to do with financial literacy and knowing what you're investing into and making the right plays for long-term consistent growth. And yeah, dude, you're killing it. Congrats. Good luck to you. I'm sorry this probably doesn't apply to most people, but it was a very a unique situation, and I just enjoyed seeing it in the inbox. So thank you guys for watching. I apologize the gameplay today was extra crappy, but it is 2022, and it is very hard to find lobbies in this game. So whatever gameplay I get, I'll take. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Thanks, guys, again for watching, and I'll see you all later.